Welcome to the world of anime recaps, and in this video, we will go over the story of the movie Akira in 1988. The story takes place in Tokyo, Japan, 31 years after the explosion causing World War III. 31 years after the massive explosion, the city is turned to Neo-Tokyo and is under a post-apocalyptic situation. The next scene shows a bar where the main character, Kaneda Shoutarou, is hanging out when his gang member informs him about the attack of the opposition gang, the Clowns. The two leave the bar and another gang member, Tetsuo, is seen checking out Kaneda's bike, to which Kaneda tells him not to touch his bike since it's custom-made for him. We can clearly see that Tetsuo holds a grudge over Kaneda. The chase scene between the gang starts, and as they are chasing each around the city on their modified bikes, a bleeding man can be seen taking a strange child somewhere by hand. It turns out that the man is wanted and being chased by the cops. As the cops corner the man around a crowd, a girl can be seen witnessing all this. It is later revealed that she's a member of an anti-government organization and is there with another member of the organization, Ryu. Her name is Kei. As the police shoot the strange man dead, the strange child tries to run away and after getting scared uses some sort of superpower to destroy the surroundings and vanishes. The scene returns to the fight between the capsules, Kaneda's gang, and the Clowns. As the members of the capsules are still chasing the Clowns, Tetsuo gets ahead of the gang by himself and ends up almost hitting the same strange child before the child blows him away with his power. The rest of the gang comes to help Tetsuo, and as they are figuring things out, the army arrives and captures Tetsuo and the strange child. Another child similar to the one before was with the army. The rest of the capsules are sent to the police, where as they are leaving after some interrogation, Kaneda sees Kei and tries to flirt with her. A commotion breaks out and he ends up getting her out with his gang. Tetsuo, who was captured by the army, is shown being examined by Dr. Ashino at his lab. He reveals that Tetsuo has some psychic abilities and they might be close to the abilities of Akira. The colonel warns the doctor as he suggests injecting Tetsuo with a secret compound. The gang is shown getting punished at the school's Tetsuo's girlfriend, Kaori, is shown worrying about him. At the army's base, Tetsuo breaks out of his room and reaches out to Kaori. He tells her about how they should get away from all this. The next day, Tetsuo takes Kaori and steals Kaneda's bike to go on a ride. They're jumped by the Clowns, and as Tetsuo is getting beaten up by them, Kaneda arrives with the rest of the gang and saves them both. As Tetsuo argues with Kaneda with how he could have beaten them himself, he feels some severe headaches and hallucinations of weird things like his guts spilling out. As Tetsuo is still in pain, the army arrives and takes Tetsuo away after neutralizing him with a medicine. The army also takes away the bikes from the gang. When Tetsuo and his friends are getting bored at the bridge, a riot breaks out as the police start going against the anti-government groups. Among all this commotion, Kaneda sees Kei being chased by two men. It turns out that she got separated from Ryu, who stayed back to buy time. When the guys chasing Kei almost caught her, Kaneda jumps at one of them, and as he takes him out, Kei shoots the other guy in panic. The two get away from there. Elsewhere, the colonel is seen entering an underground facility with his men. The facility is ice cold, and it's revealed that the government is cryogenically holding something down there named Akira. As Kei and Kaneda are seen looking around as they're discussing their new mission against the government, Ryu finds Kaneda eavesdropping and questions him, to which he explains the situation as how he needs to save his friend Tetsuo. Ryu lets him join them. The colonel meets a third strange child similar to the other two we saw previously, and she predicts a dark future ahead with her powers. Sometime later, when the colonel explains the danger of Akira to other government members, they take their warnings for granted and he leaves the meeting. Kaneda's crew then enters the army facility disguised as workers. Tetsuo can be seen in his room hallucinating about giant toy creatures that are attacking him. As Tetsuo cuts his foot from a broken glass, the toys that were attacking him turn out to be the strange kids from before and leave him alone. Tetsuo breaks out of his room and kills guards and workers while looking for the same strange kids. Kaneda and the crew are spotted and attacked by the security. Some members of the crew are killed by the security as Kaneda secures Kei by stealing the security's vehicle. Kaneda and Kei hear about Tetsuo breaking out and heading towards the baby's room while riding the vehicle through the facility. On the other hand, as the security is still trying to stop Tetsuo, he blows them away with his power and enters the baby's room to confront the same children. Kaneda and Kei arrive at the room, but Tetsuo has already overpowered the children and gone mad. He throws Kaneda away and leaves for the stadium to look for Akira. Tetsuo enters the same bar shown at the start of the movie looking for drugs and kills the barkeeper while destroying the bar. When Yamamoto and Kai, members of the Capsule Gang, enter the bar and talk to him, he kills Yamamoto and leaves. Kaneda and Kei are in a call as one of the strange children named Kyoko explains to Kaneda about Akira. The two leave the facility and meet Kai, who explains the death of Yamamoto. The strange kid from the start appears and takes away Kei to stop Tetsuo. Tetsuo, on the other hand, heads over to the Olympic Stadium to find Akira, followed by some religious followers. He kills everyone in his path and reaches the chambers underground from earlier in this story. Kei, who's being controlled, attacks him, but he defeats her easily while exposing the chamber of Akira. While he is wanted by the Colonel, he opens the chamber of Akira. That turns out to be Akira's body parts. He's attacked by Kaneda. As Kaneda buys time attacking him, the Colonel attacks Tetsuo with a satellite called Sol. The satellite, however, is only able to take out one of his arms before he destroys the satellite as well. Kaneda and Kei, who were at the stadium, survive and fall back. Sometime later, Kaori is seen climbing the stairs at the stadium as Akira's samples are placed beside a throne. She hears Tetsuo crying in pain as she goes to check on him. The Colonel enters the stadium, and it's revealed that the doctor hid the fact that Tetsuo's and Akira's psychic samples were similar from the Colonel. Kaori gets scared from Tetsuo's prosthetic arm as he cries out in pain. The Colonel asks him to get proper treatment as his pain increases. His arm turns into a mixture of flesh and metal, trying to devour the Colonel as Kaneda stops him by shooting him. Kaneda fights him for a while, and Tetsuo's body starts changing into a weird monster of flesh as he absorbs both Kaori and Kaneda. The three strange children arrive at the stadium and start to pray in front of Akira samples. As Tetsuo unintentionally kills Kaori and starts asking for Kaneda's help, Kaneda somehow gets out of his flesh monster body by shooting his way out. As Tetsuo, still not being able to control his body, is about to devour the strange children as well, the samples of Akira explode, displaying Akira himself. A white light emerges from the breaking of the samples and starts to devour everything. As Kaneda still tries to help Tetsuo, he gets caught in the light as well. The strange children decide to jump in as well while trying to save Kaneda. A flashback shows us the history of the children as well as Akira. All of them were children being kept in a hospital who were test subjects for the government before World War III. The light expands over all of Tokyo, and the city gets destroyed with a lot of people dying in the process. Kaneda, however, is teleported back to safety. It turns out that Kei and Kai are alive as well. The three then leave the stadium back to the city as Kaneda explains to the other two how Tetsuo is still alive in some other form that he's just unaware of.